This Spotlight is brought to you by presenting sponsor, UC Bank. Welcome to Spotlight. I'm your host, Jane Wernette. Today I'm joined by 3 local nonprofits, DuPage Habitat for Humanity, People's Resource Center, and Riverwalk Adult Day Services. You're watching Spotlight, and joining me now from DuPage Habitat for Humanity are Jennifer Taff and Doug Reeves, which is so nice to have you both on the show. This is my first time meeting you. So Jennifer, I'm going to start out with you. What is Habitat for Humanity, and what is DuPage Habitat for Humanity?
So the overall Habitat for Humanity International, we serve 70 countries across the world in providing affordable housing. And DuPage Habitat has been around for the last 30 years, serving families in DuPage County with affordable housing. We recently just brought in home repair for our aging in place and veterans, which is an exciting initiative we started about 5 years ago. And over that time, we've served close to 50 veterans in aging in place, and 20 of those have been in Naperville.
Oh, wow. Now, would that service be just for those that you're building the homes for, or that's just anybody who has a home?
Anybody that has a home that qualifies for our program.
Okay, all right. And how many, you're building homes right here in DuPage County, right?
We are. So we're actually building our 3rd development in Hanover Park. It's 23 townhome units, and we're looking at finishing up in 2025, end of calendar year. Right now, we're in our busy season, so we're serving between 7 and 10 families a year with those homes, and we'll be moving into West Chicago shortly after that.
Okay, that's wonderful. Now, you have a store, which I know used to be out at the Fox Valley Mall, called Restore. Now, help me understand exactly what that is and how it sort of fits in.
Sure, absolutely. So Restore is open to the public. It is donations that come from individuals and corporate that work alongside with the Habitat affiliate to provide funds for our mission. So you could walk in, you could buy something, anything from a tool to a bathtub to a couch, and those proceeds go back into our mission to provide affordable housing.
Okay, all right. So it's nice full circle there, right?
Yeah,
now,
absolutely.
Doug, I know we were talking before about how the Fox Valley store has closed, but talk a little bit about why, where you're going, and how that kind of all fits in.
Yeah, so we had our store right by the Fox Valley Mall in Aurora. We had to close that down in early December this past year because we sold the building. So over that time, we've actually been focusing on our Addison location as well as our Oak Forest location. While we were locating a new building for the relocation of the Aurora store. So we've landed on one. We are going to be at the corner of Ogden and 59 in Naperville now. So
lovely.
The Aurora store is now the Naperville Restore. We're targeting an opening in early July, hopefully.
Wow, that's coming up pretty quick.
Absolutely.
That's exciting. Now, in the moving of that, have you done anything different with the store, like in the build out? Is there anything that you thought, oh, I really would have liked it when we were in Fox Valley? We're doing it now that we're moving to Naperville.
Yeah, we are actually. So we're changing our warehouse operation. We're very fortunate to have a lot of great corporate donors as well as a big boom in residential donations like Jennifer talked about. So we are facilitating a larger donation pool in that location, and we can then filter those donations back to our Addison location and Oak Forest location. So it allows our customer base to really get a nice wide array of product in those different communities.
So it's kind of a sharing, right?
Absolutely.
That's nice. Now, talk to me a little bit just in terms of kind of how that works. Could I just pull up once you open? Can I just pull up and drop stuff off? Do I have to book? How does that work?
Yeah, actually you can do either or. So we have our donation drop-off door. All of our stores have a side door labeled donations. So we're open 9 till 5 Tuesday through Saturday in all of our locations. Naperville will be the same.
Love that you have Saturdays. That's always, it's hard sometimes to get out during the week. So
absolutely.
Great that you have Saturdays.
Yeah, we love Saturdays. And that donation door opens at the same time, 9 to 5. So just pull up, ring the doorbell. One of our staff will come out, take a look at what you got. And if it's something that we can resell, we'll definitely take it in and say thank you very much. And like Jennifer said, that those proceeds when we sell it go right back into the Habitat mission.
Okay, wonderful. Now, I've been over to the old store and it's very busy. What else do you like to do in terms of the community that surrounds you?
Yeah, so just on top of offering great product at a fraction of the big box store pricing, which is a service in itself, really, we are a volunteer destination as well. So people looking to volunteer and give back to the mission that maybe don't want to go to a build site, don't have the ability to do so, they can volunteer in our restores to help with our retail operation. We also operate as a kind of a savior for these products. We give these products a second and third life sometimes, right?
Sure.
So that green initiative of saving things from going to the landfill. So we operate a few different avenues as far as service goes.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think that's really nice. I mean, the whole upsell and resell and reuse and not put it in our landfill.
Yep.
Also, I think there are some people that, yes, maybe we don't want them on the work site, you know. I'm not going to include myself in that because I'd be pretty handy with a hammer, but, you know, possibly not. Affordable housing, but safe housing,
Absolutely.
right? Yeah. Jennifer, talk a little bit, you know, in terms of your mission. How can people get engaged with you?
Yeah, absolutely. So there's many different ways to get engaged, from volunteering at the restore on a construction site. But if those aren't your things, then you can volunteer at the administration building. You can donate. You can donate. And you can also get involved in our events. So we have a few events that are coming up. In June, we have a golf outing. Everybody loves a golf outing.
Absolutely.
June 24th. So go to the website and sign up.
Okay.
And we also have our signature event called Women Build, which is in October. It's where over 250 builders come out, predominantly all women. However, we accept everybody out on the build site. No skills required. And it's 2 full weeks of giving back to the community for the families that we served with affordable housing.
That's wonderful. Well, listen, I am so excited that you stopped by. We will be looking forward to the store opening. That's just down the street from here, so I'll have to pop in and say hello. And thank you for the work that you're doing on behalf of those that need affordable housing. It's a big need and a growing one, right?
Yes, and thank you for having us today.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
And if you would like to learn more about DuPage Habitat for Humanity, please go and then visit their website. We're going to take a quick break, but stay tuned. We're coming right back with more Spotlight.
This is the Run My Own Business dream. This is the colleges paid for dream. This is the retire early dream. This is Busey, where your dreams and possibilities become moments through trusted guidance and expertise, through lifelong relationships. Because we're here to help you achieve the life you've always envisioned.
If you're just tuning in, you're watching Spotlight. I'm your host, Jane Wernette, and joining me now from the People's Resource Center are Jenny Fabian and Ingrid Beckton. So nice to have you both with me. I'm really glad and excited to talk about the PRC. It's been a couple of years, right, Jenny?
We're happy to be back.
Yes.
Sure.
Well, let's just tell people about the PRC.
Wonderful. I love talking about PRC. We were founded back in the 1970s as a neighbor-to-neighbor mission, really seeking to bring volunteers together to help when folks right here in our community are hitting a tough time. So we were founded as a food pantry and continue to add on other services, and we were really built for agility. So PRC's main purpose is to listen to our neighbors, to come together and make a difference, and that has really helped see us through some ups and downs in the past couple of years, and it's kept us really true to the folks we're serving. So it's a wonderful mission to be part of.
Yeah, and I know, I mean, much like all social services, really got hit hard during the pandemic because the people that you serve were hit so hard, right? But you now have some new programs and some new things that you're doing. So share with viewers a little bit about that.
Yes. So we have seen consistent high demand even throughout the COVID years and coming out of that. In fact, last year we had a 35% increase in food pantry visits from the year before. So the folks who are struggling right here in our community are really finding kind of the layering on of cost of living, cost of groceries, cost of rent. All of those things just add to the challenges of caring for families. So usually folks come to us first for food. Food pantry is our largest service and most long-standing service. But then they learn we can help them in a number of other ways. So they learn they can visit visit the clothes closet or a computer class or get a free computer, literacy classes, art classes, job coaching, on and on. So it's a wonderful thing to be able to have those conversations and find out how we can help.
Yeah, that's so many great services. And, so what drew you, Ingrid, as a volunteer to the PRC?
I think originally what was the catalyst for me was during COVID and seeing so many people with food insecurities. It literally boggled my mind that in this country people had food insecurity. And I'd known about PRC through some work I did at a university, and I reached out and connected with them obviously with the food pantry stuff. But then the thing that I love so much about PRC is the holistic approach that they have to computer literacy, to job coaching, to art, and all these other things in the clothes closet. And so I'm actually involved as a job coach because I have this really strong thought that, hey, if we can get somebody job coached to get them a better job, perhaps they wouldn't have to use the food pantry so much. And if they can get trained better in computer skills and financial literacy, et cetera, then not only could we help serve them better, but they may come back as a volunteer.
Yeah.
And get more involved. And so that is what really drew me to the PRC. And the other thing that drew me is, I'm learning this difference between pity and compassion. And pity is this notion that, gosh, you poor thing, and I'm better and you're not. And compassion is, let me walk alongside with you and help you as a neighbor. And that's so who PRC is. And so much of the feedback that we get is how much we treat people with compassion and dignity, because honestly, we could all be a paycheck away from some of the situations our clients are in now.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and I think that's, we hear this a lot, right? It's all interconnected.
For sure.
I think so many people in our community, they don't want to be there at the PRC, but they find themselves there. But if you can put up those other support structures to advance them, their opportunities, that's a good thing. Yeah. Now, you talked a little bit about Job Coach, but I also know you're on the board now, Ingrid.
I am.
So talk a little bit about kind of maybe what some of the highlights were for you volunteering that then drew you into kind of this bigger role.
I think, again, it's the way we treat individuals with compassion and, advancing this mission, because I feel like I was raised in a family that served people, and I thought, what a great way to serve the community, and everybody deserves to have food on their table and all of that kind of stuff. And as a broader thing, as a board member, I love talking about the PRC. Sometimes people get sick of it, but I don't really care because I really love it. And my litmus test, I've said to Jenny before, is if I talk to a stranger and I have a 30-minute conversation with them and they don't know that I'm on PRC and I haven't expressed it, I probably don't belong on the board. So people know I belong, that I should be on the board because I love it. I just can't talk enough about the great things that we do and how much everyone on the board is so passionate about what they do.
Great
and
ambassadors.
It's super important. Yeah.
One thing that's very unique about PRC is volunteer opportunities. In addition to the board, you can do cool things like help us stock shelves in the pantry. You could drive our refrigerated truck. You could teach an art class, teach a computer class, be a literacy tutor. So many ways that folks could get involved, even helping us in our office. So we want to use every bit of volunteer energy and time that we can in every way that speaks to people.
Okay. I'm going to ask a really quick question because it's interesting to me because you say art classes, and I know how they fit into the mission. Explain for others how they fit into the mission.
Yes, I love our community art program. Almost every program PRC does is based on a challenge or a need that someone has coming to us, but our art program is different. It emerged from a program and outreach in the 90s for women coming out of domestic violence, but it's really expanded. You can be men, women, families, kids. We have programs at our locations and partner locations, and it's really our community building outreach. You might be seeking a job coaching service and just need a place to de-stress and and reflect, or you might just want to create a connection with somebody from a completely different experience, and you're all welcome. Any DuPage resident is welcome to come and participate, and I've just seen the most wonderful relationships and connections get built there.
Okay, so what have you got coming up this next year? Because I love the agile. I know you're constantly changing, you're constantly listening, but what have you got coming up this year?
Yes. So we are reaching out to the community to help us with more things like food drives, laptop computer drives, clothing drives for keeping our shelves stocked and our clothes closet well supplied. We have a couple really exciting things coming up specifically this year. We are launching a new online ordering program that we're starting small but look forward to expanding as another way that folks can access our food pantry. And we are putting steps in place at our Wheaton facility to expand our space. Just in a nutshell, we've been in that location for 20 years and our services have doubled in that time. Yeah. So we have, our food pantry shelves are spilling out into the parking lot and job coaches are meeting with folks in crowded rooms. So we need some space to share some of that dignity and welcome that we prioritize and we know everyone deserves. So we're excited to have that coming online before the end of the year.
Well, you've got a big year.
We do.
Yes, you've got a lot going on there.
Energizing and a lot of really meaningful service.
That's wonderful. Well, Ingrid's going to be out there telling everybody all about it.
I do. I do. I absolutely do. I think it's just a great organization. I'm really, really proud of what we do.
That's wonderful.
It's a community.
Oh, well, and that's how it started, right?
Yes.
To serve your community.
Right.
Thank you for coming by. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Happy to be here. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks.
absolutely. And to find out more about the People's Resource Center, please go and visit their website. We're going to take a quick break, but stay tuned. We're coming right back.
Growing your family, opening your own business, retiring to travel, leaving your legacy. At Busey Bank, we know there's a lot to look forward to and a lot of planning along the way. Celebrate your life's milestones by putting your money to work. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Proud to be the official bank of the Fighting Illini, member FDIC.
Stay in the know, at home, or on the go with the NCTV 17 News Update. This quick recap of everything happening in and around town will be delivered straight to your email inbox for free. Sign up today.
Welcome back to Spotlight. And joining me now from the Riverwalk Adult Day Services are Jennifer Brasfield and Erica Vasquez. So nice to have you both on the show. And Jen, we've met before, but Erica, this is my first time meeting you. So we're going to start right out with you. Now, they've been around for 40 years, Riverwalk Adult Day Services, but you've got something new going on. So let's hear some of the story about that.
Yeah, so we now offer a recreational component to the program. So we offer recreational services for young adults with disabilities. Similar concept to the adult day services, except we do more community outings about 2 to 3 times a week.
Okay, and when you say younger, define kind of the age for both.
Yeah, so right now we've been seeing more younger in their younger 20s, but we do have availability for individuals up to 59 years old.
Okay, all right. So Jennifer, why did you guys suddenly decide that you needed to do this program?
Well, there are amazing programs out there for this 18 to 59-year-old age group. There's just not enough of them. And so we actually had 10 parents from District 204 that came to us and said, we love your model. Could you just do it with younger kids?
Okay.
And so that's what we did. We talked to the other agencies, made sure that they weren't expanding.
Okay.
And then when they weren't, then we took this on.
Okay. I love that you reached out because I always think in the nonprofit space, it's really nice not to end up with those traps, gaps, and overlaps, right? And so it's nice that you reached out to check on that. Mm-hmm. And what was the sort of response? I'm really fascinated because it's always interesting to hear.
They were excited because they know they have wait lists and they knew that these people need the services. So they were excited. They helped us out. With everything we needed, they were there that we could talk to them about. So.
That's great. That's wonderful. And so, Erica, talk a little bit about the requirements for the new program.
Yeah, so actually, if you visit our website, you have more information on that. But if you want to get more information, you can contact us directly at our center. Again, that information can be found on our website, and then we will move on from there, set up an intake appointment, and you can come tour the facility so that way you can see if it's a better fit for your participant.
Okay.
The major requirements are that obviously they have to be through 18 to 59 with some type of disability. They have to be able to toilet themselves, and they have to be able to follow directions and stay with the group.
So Jennifer, now you're running both programs. What are you seeing as the main differences between the two, other than the obvious age differential?
Right. The age differential is the biggest difference. The other difference is that our younger adults want to go out into the community. They want to go and do things, where my seniors, once they're with me, they're like, I'm here, I'm done.
Okay.
So they do go out into the community 2 to 3 times a week. Their day is shorter than ours as well, but they also focus on life skills and enhancing those life skills that they've been taught through their school years.
Okay. And is it same volunteers, different staff? I mean, how are you set up internally for that?
We're completely different staff.
Okay.
Because your younger adults need a different type of personality than my senior folks. And they have their own set of volunteers. We do share some of the same outside programs, like the NeuroFlux program from the Park District and our pet therapy program from the Humane Society.
Okay. Well, Erica, talk a little bit more about that. I mean, what do your participants enjoy? What would it be a day, or let's say a week for you?
Yeah, so they love physical activities. So a lot of them enjoy basketball. We actually just got a Papa Shot donation, so they're really excited about that, especially today since it was raining. So they were able to still enjoy that basketball. They also love playing Uno. Today we were karaokeing. So it's just a variety of different activities. It's really catered toward the interest of the participants.
Okay.
If something's not working, we switch it up and do something different because, again, it's for them. And so we want to make sure that they're having fun.
Absolutely. And you talked a little bit about sharing the same programs with the NeuroFlex and then the Humane Society. What does your participants most enjoy?
What do they most enjoy? Gosh, they really just like going out. I think that's the main thing, that they really like going out into the community. A lot of them enjoy bowling. We go to the parks. We do a lot of things, and I think they're just really excited when they come to see the different activities that we have set up. The day is very different from day to day, but there's still some structure so that they have a routine there.
Okay.
But the activities really are different. So I think they really enjoy the variety of activities that we offer.
Okay. And you're transporting, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's a big part. I hadn't really thought too much about that previously. So do you have to limit your programming then to your transportation a bit, or how does that work?
Right now we do.
Okay.
Once we get state contracted, so we could take the state contract plus private pay, then we'll be eligible for a PACE van.
Okay.
That will be able to transport everybody.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's great. Okay. So Jen, I mean, you obviously, this has been a big shift for you this year. What else do you have coming up this year that you're excited about?
Well, we always have our annual fundraiser. It will be again in August, and it will be at Aspen Winery again. So that's always a fun time. And then just continuing to grow both programs.
Okay. And if I was interested in getting involved with you, I mean, I'm assuming, and you talked a little bit about, and I'm just going to go back to Erica for a quick second. You talked about the different volunteers. So how do you go about getting those volunteers?
Well, if you go to our website, there's a section for donations and volunteers. And it lists what we need and what we would love. And anybody that would like to work with anybody 18 to 100.
You got the full gamut now.
We do. Just check out the website. We would love to have you.
Okay, wonderful. Well, listen, I wish you all the best with the new program, the old program, no pun intended, and hope that it all goes well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And for more information about the Riverwalk Adult Day Services, please go and visit their website. I'd like to thank all of my guests for joining us on Spotlight, and our friends at Busey Bank for their generous sponsorship of today's show. To learn more about the organizations featured on this episode, please visit our website at nctv17.org. And to stay informed about what's happening in our community, sign up to receive our daily news update and like and follow us on social media. For Spotlight, I'm Jane Wernette. Thank you for watching. This Spotlight is brought to you by presenting sponsor, Busey Bank.